I wait till some people show up. This is just an unexpected live stream. I just decided to do it. I want to do this live stream on feathers. I've been talking about wanting to do a live stream about the meaning of feathers. So I'm just going to go ahead and go. I thought I'd wait. It's like 30 seconds. Okay, one thumbs up. Thank you. Um, so yeah, I've been talking about a lot of spiritual things lately in my videos, like the totem animals that I see every day. Like I talked to you about the meaning of beavers, the meaning of so many things, so many animals, seals, otters. Um, yeah, I've just been seeing a lot of animals, crows as well. And I've yet to do cover all the animals that I've had such a special experience with, and a very spiritual experience with at that. So I went online and I found this website. It's called speakingtree.in, and it goes through talks about the meaning of why you find a feather. I even touched on a little bit about why I thought I was finding feathers, and it's the same as when these animals come into your world that you would expect to see, like a beaver. I wouldn't expect to see a beaver, but now I realize the reason why I'm seeing these animals is because they're coming here to teach me something. So I wrote a bunch of I just wrote down all the things in here that I found on this article. Basically, what the feathers mean when you find one, and then with the different colors associated with the feathers. I'm going to be reading this on my Healing with Color channel as well. So here we go. So, finding feathers and the spiritual meaning of finding feathers. Feathers are a sign from the angelic and spirit realm to let us know that they are always taken care. It is a message from the angels or a loved one that they are always near and they have got your back. It can also be an acknowledgement to your thought or an answer. It might as well be a simple hello from them. Feathers represent freedom, they represent flight and carrying from heaven above. They mean moving beyond your set beliefs and boundaries. They tell you to go limitless and boundless in your thought process. Also, different colors of the feathers have different meanings. What you really have to be careful about is that feathers are sent to you for a reason. Always be conscious of your thought on what you have been asking for when you receive a feather. If you do not understand the meaning, rest assured it will come to you sooner or later. Okay, how to know the feather is a sign. It is definitely a sign when it comes or appears for you from thin air, or you find it lying at an odd place. It can appear in places you will literally feel your eyes popping out of the socket. People have seen beautiful feather lining next to them in a windowless room when they finally broke from the meditative trance. Now that is something, is it not? Yeah. It can happen if the spirit realm is trying to get a hold of you and trying to give you a message. It doesn't matter. You don't have to find the feather outside. It doesn't have to blow in through the window for you to see it. It could just magically appear, which seems like magically appear. I think that's called, not a port, but I'll talk about that on another video, because that's something that Sylvia Brown talked about in one of her books about spirit sending you messages through just sending you things like a feather, a coin, a book, whatever the spirit realm thinks that will get your attention to answer your question. Like usually if I'm thinking of something really hard, man, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough money for this. And then a feather shows up, give me confirmation that yes, indeed I will. And then next thing you know, I've got money to pay for whatever it is I need to pay for. So yeah. So healing with color, here's the meanings of different feathers, feather colors. When you first receive any feather, try and delve into yourself what can the color and feather sign mean? Is it some personal representation of what has been going on in your life? Does the color hold some significance in your life? Let's delve into feather colors for further understanding. So the white feather meaning. Okay, the color means a lot, definitely. White feather signifies purity, peace, love, hope, heaven, angels, and protection. It also is a sign from ancestors that everything is well on the other side, and it is also a blessing, wisdom, and connection with the moon. Yeah, white usually means the moon. Like if you're using candles, doing candle magic, um, manifestation, or whatever, connecting with certain angels. I know that white is connected with the moon. So is silver. Silver is also connected with the moon. So red feather meaning. A red feather signifies the root chakra. It is related with vitality, energy of life. It also signifies good fortune, passion, emotions, and courage. Yes, I've gone through all the chakras on my Healing and Color channel, and red for me, the red chakra, which is the root chakra, also symbolizes grounding. Like if you're out of sorts, you're not feeling balanced, um, maybe you find a red feather right at that moment where you're feeling unstable in your thoughts and your emotions. You can find a red feather and trying to give you that message that maybe you should take some time out and balance and get more in touch with that root chakra and do some healing on your root chakra, because without balance, we're not doing well. We're out of sorts. We make decisions that are impulsive. We don't think things through, and we end up doing things that we didn't intentionally want to do. So it's good to have thought when you make decisions. And when the red, I'm sure if a red feather shows up, that's basically what it means. I was thinking that too as I was reading this article about the color red. A lot of people think of red as passion too, which is interesting. And I don't really think of it that way. It seems like with the advent of Valentine's Day, that's where red has been connected with the heart, when actually the heart chakra is connected with the color green, which we'll get into soon. So, the blue feather. The blue feather is related to the throat chakra, and it signifies acceptance of self and speaking of truth. A blue feather signifies a strong connection with the spirit realm, and also it can be an answer or a greeting from Archangel Michael. Yes, I also talked about Archangel Michael on my Healing the Color channel. I talked about several of the archangels and my experience, my personal experience with the archangels, and experiencing their healing light. They have, each angel comes with a healing ray of light for different purposes, whatever it is that you're needing healing with. And too, I was sure that feathers in different colors would symbolize that as well. So, yellow feather meaning. The significance of the yellow feather is the solar plexus. The solar plexus is your instincts, your gut instincts. This is where your solar plexus is, right above your belly button. If you want to learn more about the chakras and their colors, you can check out my Healing with Color channel here on YouTube, and I go through each and every chakra. So you can meditate on each chakra, do some healing on each chakra. Soon I'll be doing some videos on Healing with Color having to do with each crystal that's associated with the chakras. I'm going to be wanting to get, once I have the means to do so, um, getting a crystal or stone that is related to each chakra for healing. So if you can get all your chakras in balance and calibrated and moving smoothly without any blockages, then you'll feel a lot more grounded. So here we go. So yeah, the blue feather is related to the throat chakra, and it signifies acceptance of self and speaking of truth. A blue feather signifies a strong connection with the spirit realm, and also it can be an answer or a greeting from Archangel Michael. So Archangel Michael is the angel that I associate with protection. I call on Archangel Michael whenever I feel like I'm in threat of being attacked, spiritual attack. There's a lot of spiritual warfare going on, energy warfare, people trying to get at you in the dream time. That's been happening to me, is beings on this planet trying to get at me during the dream time. They're trying to create illusions in my dream time, trying to get me to believe things that aren't true about myself, trying to get me filled with fear. Um, this is a suggestion if you're having that kind of problem, reach out to Archangel Michael because he really does want to help earnestly. I can start to do some prayers and some meditations for you with each angel if you guys would like, so that you can say these prayers and do these meditations before you go to sleep, or when you're feeling threatened by somebody trying to invade your personal space, trying to invade your auric field. Because there's a lot of people out there that are doing that. If they have menacing thoughts towards you, because thoughts can become things. And if you believe that energy can hurt you, then it indeed will. But if you have a way of protecting yourself, it's always good to call upon those angels that are good at shielding you from evil intent. Because there's a lot of that going on around here. There's a lot of people that aren't happy when someone does something good or tries to help somebody out. It sounds insane, doesn't it? I mean, to us it does, but a lot of people out there have very evil intentions when they do things for you or around you, or try to, just slip into your dream world and try to mess things up for you. That's a lot of that going on. So it's good to be aware of what is doing what, so you're not confused as, well, why did I have that nightmare? Well, let's see who was in the nightmare and who do you think was mainly, the main energy running through that nightmare. Archangel Michael can cut through all the bullshit and say, no, you're not going to invade this person's dreams. No, you're not going to make this person filled with malice and jealousy and hatred, because that's not how this person is constructed. I came onto this earthly plane to do good, to help people, to make myself a better person so that I can help others, and therefore, so on and so forth. Exchange the energy that's positive, that keeps people feeling up and not down, not kicking people when they're down, and raising them up when they're feeling down, with whatever way I can do that. So there's a lot of people out there that have really bad intentions for you and your life here, your life, this incarnation on this planet. Some people don't want to see you rise up to your potential because they don't know how to do that themselves. So they try to beat you down so that you're in the misery loves company type of, type of thing. You know what I mean? And that's really, really messed up. So, yeah, Archangel Michael, I always call on him, and he's always there all the time. So, yellow feather meaning significant of the solar plexus. Yeah, I read that. Okay. It's feathers related with the God instinct. It is blessing and wisdom strongly connected with the sun energy. It also signifies intelligence, playfulness, joy, cheerfulness, and mental alertness. Yes, the solar plexus. We need to connect with the solar plexus more often than not, because the solar plexus, if we sit back and think about things before we just react, like I just said not too long ago, um, then we were able to make more wiser decisions instead of just popping off on somebody without first thinking about it, asking our instincts, what is the best thing for me to do in this situation? What is my gut saying? Does my gut hurt when I'm around this person? Do I feel good when I'm around this person? Your solar plexus can tell you so much about what it is you're feeling, and whether or not you should be in a certain situation or you should not be in a certain situation. I mean, you've had those times where you're at a party and you're just feeling like, ugh, something feels like it's going to go down and I don't think it's going to be good. That's when you hightail it out of there. Your gut, your solar plexus is telling you to get out of there. And if you find a yellow feather right before you're asking spirit realm about what is it I should do about such and such situation, you find a yellow feather, there's your answer. It's telling you, you got to follow your instincts, follow your gut, because your gut instincts is always right. 100% always right. And we've gotten into the habit of not following what our instincts tell us to do, because a lot of people have gotten into the habit of doubting themselves and rechecking everything, when you only need to check once, and once is enough to let you know that you're on it, doggone it. As my mom used to always say, you're on it, doggone it. You know it is what you're doing. Thank you. Thank you for the heart. So let's go on to the green feather meaning. The green color signifies the heart chakra. It is related to emotions, love relationships. It also is related to Archangel Raphael. And when you receive a green feather, it is an indication of healing, nature, plants, and everything that has to do with abundance. It also relates to growth and fertility. Yes, green feathers, the color green, definitely related to the heart. I call upon Archangel Raphael a lot, and Archangel Raphael is great for healing. I've talked about the healing abilities of Archangel Raphael on my Healing with Color channel. How I experienced his healing is just immediate. I have a tooth in here that I felt like was really loose, and I called upon Archangel Raphael, and asked him to place his green sword with his green ray coming out of the sword to heal my tooth. My tooth isn't even loose anymore. Okay, that's just one example of his healing abilities. I've called on him for my ears. I've having really a lot of pain in my ears, each ear inside of it. I laid down to take a nap and asked before I fell asleep, I asked for Archangel Michael to heal me in those areas of my body. And he comes right to because he knows that I'm being sincere. And then I believe in him and he believes in me. And he wants to see me be strong and healthy to help other people to heal themselves as well, so that you can pass on the healing, to those who are receptive to it. So yeah, Archangel. I also talked about Archangel Raphael on my Healing with Color channel. So please feel free to go over to my Healing with Color channel, because there's a lot of that. A lot of this information I'm giving forth right now is on there, and I go a little bit more in depth on each color. So okay, which colors we got now? Orange feather. So the orange feather, significant of the sacral chakra. It relates to the physical aspects, sexual relation, romance feelings, um, and attraction. It signifies a will to create an abundance of energy, positivity, physical love, and willpower. Yes, the sacral chakra is very important. It's very important to heal that area of your within the chakras, all the chakras. Every chakra is important, even the sacral chakra. In the sacral chakra, a lot of people have been hurt. A lot of people have been abused, sexually abused. A lot of people have a lot of mistrust and a lot of healing that they need to do in order to strengthen that chakra to get it moving smoothly. They need to get the blockages out because, as I've said before about about the chakras, in itself, all as a system. If one of the chakras is blocked, then not all the chakras can move and work effectively. So that's a lot of times why people will get sick a lot of the times. It could just be one chakra that's blocked. And that's just a clue that you need to look at that one chakra and see what it is that's blocking it. It could have been a marriage that really left you depleted in that area. And you're feeling like, oh God, I don't feel like I want to love anybody else. I mean, this relationship was just a doozy. How could I go on to something else? That means you shouldn't. You need to just take the time out to heal first. No matter how long it takes, months, years, whatever, depending on how intense the abuse was that occurred. That chakra is abused really easily. It really is. And a lot of times people use that chakra way too much. I mean, I could get into talking about the frequency of music that people listen to, where it's only concentrating on just the sacral chakra. So I might get into that in another video. So the pink feather meaning. Unconditional love is what a pink feather signifies dominantly. It is also related with Archangel Shamiel. It signifies friendship and caring. When you receive pink feather, it is not only signifies courage and kindness, but it also reflects on the love and support that universe is bestowing upon you. Yes, exactly. Pink is associated with love. Sometimes people associate pink with the heart chakra as well as green. So, um, and I did tell a story about Archangel Shamiel on my Healing with Color channel when I was talking about the healing color of pink. Shamiel did come to me with the pink healing vibration. What happened was I felt like I was having a stroke. I'll just give you a little bit of the story that I told on my Healing with Color channel about Archangel Shamiel. I was healing because I was feeling like I was having a stroke. I felt like I was just losing it, and then I was laying down and I looked into the hallway and there was pink light coming in through the hallway. I kid you not. This pink light. There's nothing that was coming in from outside to throw off that pink light in the hallway of that apartment that I was living in. But it was this bright, bright pink and was coming closer and closer. And I was just like, oh my God. I was just amazed. I was amazed. So a lot of times when you call out for help for the angels and you're not specific about which angel that you want to come, the one that is needed will show up. And Archangel Shamiel definitely showed up that day. And I was just really thankful, because I felt like I was dying that day. I had so much, at that time in my life, I had so much going on that was very distressing and a lot of pressure going on me that I just didn't know how I was going to do all of it. And I was dealing with somebody that was very, very destructive and very abusive. So let's move on to the gray feather meaning. A simple, this color is between white and black. This color represents neutrality, not vulnerability. This color represents neutrality. It also signifies strong protection and is telling you to have faith at all times. In case you're facing troubles in love and find them in a pair, it is a sign that all is well and you will find a magical solution to your questions and problems. I always see I always see gray feathers all the time. I always see gray feathers or black feathers or white feathers. Those are usually the colors that I see. I'll show you the feathers that I have here. But yeah, I always see those. And I do believe that that is true because usually before I see them, I'm thinking about, oh God, just worrying about. My main thing that I end up worrying about is how am I going to pay for this? Is my son going to be okay? Those are my main worries. Is my son going to be okay? How am I going to pay for this? Those have been my main worries, and I would see a gray feather. So yeah, definitely. So purple feather meaning. Purple relates with the crown chakra. It relates to universal consciousness. When you receive a purple feather, it signifies heightened spiritual growth and experiences. It is a sign for you to listen to your gut instinct and be aligned with personal truth. Yeah, the crown chakra is very important. The crown chakra, oh my God, it's where all the knowledge and wisdom comes through from the spiritual realm, and I've experienced that a lot. A lot of people like to cover their crown chakra when they're out and about, within the matrix world, where there's all kinds of energy coming through. And a lot of people are very psychic. Their psychic abilities are very heightened. A lot of people are aware that they are psychic. And that's a lot of reasons why some people will prefer not to be around a lot of people or in big crowds, me being one of them. Um, yeah, the energy just and the information can come flowing in through your crown. I read this book by Sylvia Brown talking about the monks, how they shave the tops of their heads bald. You know how some of them have bald on the top and then there's hair on the sides because they're making a clear entrance from spirit world to go to their chakra, to their crown chakra. I'm not saying for people to shave the tops of their heads, but that was the main reason for that. And you see a lot of videos on YouTube talking about how to open up the crown chakra, and that's basically meaning to help you gain more wisdom. And I think a lot of times too, we have a lot of wisdom within us um, from previous lifetimes that we can tap into that's laying dormant, and spirit can come in and remind us of that if we're willing to and if we're ready to sit down and take in that information and do something with it, not just bring it in but actually do something with it. So brown feather meaning. Brown symbolizes or signifies grounding. A brown color feather is related to enduring it all and still going strong. It also signifies home, friendship, and respect. Yeah, because brown to me symbolizes very much down to earth in itself, because earth is brown, and a lot of times we can be submerged in a lot of a lot of chaos during the day when we work a 9 to 5 job, if we do, even if we don't work a 9 to 5 job, if we go to functions where there's a lot of people everywhere, all over the place, and we're just bombarded by so much. Um, I feel like getting grounded, getting back to earth is very important. It really is. Finding some way to do that. If you're feeling overwhelmed by too much, um, but this saying signifies home, friendship, and respect. So I do definitely believe it's important to realize that you are worthy of respect. And when you respect yourself and you feel in one of those kind of situations where you're surrounded by so many people with so much intense energy that it's just too much, you got to be the type of person to know when to get out of that. Respect yourself and get out of that situation and go and ground yourself so that you can be a much more functional person for yourself, and not feeling that obligation. Oh, well, it's this Christmas party. I should just stick it through, even if you're feeling out of sorts big time. So in conclusion, here's the last one. It's going to be about the black feather. A jet black feather can be a warning sign and is a strong protection. It also signifies mystical wisdom. It tells you that you are going through a spiritual initiation and increased wisdom. If the feather is luminous in nature, especially shiny, it strongly signifies mystical insight in your life. So, yeah, I find a lot of black feathers myself. And I never thought of it that way. I just started collecting them. Um, and this was quite a while ago. Whenever I'd see a feather, I'd collect it because I felt like it was something special. But little did I know at the time when I was doing this many years ago that it really is special and it really is from a special place. It's from the spirit realm. And they're sending you, like I've got, this is kind of a black feather ish. And then I've got, like, this is more of a grayish color feather. Here's another gray one. But yeah, here's a few feathers I have. I even keep some of the feathers that look tattered, like this one. I've had this one for quite a while. I remember when my cat was alive, he used to love to play with the feathers. They get all scraggly like that. So yeah, I love feathers. I've experimented with using feathers in my art as well. I'd love to make a feather headdress one of these days. Native American, like the traditional Native American style headdress. Um, I do have Seminole Indian. I mean, Seminole is in my family tree on my mom's side. My grandma is Seminole, so yeah. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about as far as feathers. If you guys have any other information that you'd like to put in the mix about feathers, feel free to leave that. I guess it'll be in the comment section below because we got 3 people here. Thanks for joining me, 3 people. Nobody knew I was going to do this spontaneous live stream. I'm just going to see if I could do it out here, and it seems like it's working. Thanks for the heart. But yeah, I always wondered about it, and now I know that feathers are very meaningful. So when you do find them, you have like a base of where to jump off from as far as the meaning of them. I mean, this is not just random. At one point, I'll just mention this. At one point, when I had another Facebook account, there's this really, really nice woman. I consider her my friend. She even is an art collector. She collected a lot of my art. She would buy my art all the time. And she asked me because she had a bird. She said, "Would you like to have some of my bird feathers?" Because her bird sheds feathers and everything. So I'm like, yeah. And her bird was very colorful. And I had a ton of really colorful bird feathers. And I really loved them. It was really beautiful. And then at one point, I acquired a whole bunch of feathers that were different colors, pink, all of the colors that I named, that I listed. And I incorporated a lot of these feathers into my artwork because it was just so beautiful. I knew that there was a type of energy with each feather because I have the power of what's called psychometry. When you pick up whatever it is, a feather, any object, you can feel the energy on that object, whether it's a feather, a key, a whatever, a coin, or whatever. I can feel the energy of it, and it just felt so nice. I mean, and now that I've delved deeper into colors, it's not just random. It never was random because color is what helps people to heal. I've been doing some research on one of my subscribers suggested doing a color therapy video about red light, using a red light in your room, because he says he uses a red light in his room and he loves it. He thinks it works really well. So I may come back to you guys, but on my healing. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. I'm cutting out. I'll come back to you guys as soon as I can with more spiritual videos like this. I hope you enjoyed it. Brightest blessings. I'll see you soon. If you'd like to donate, you can go to my Cash App. My cash tag is Darkmoon Doll. If you'd like to check out any of my art, you can check out my art on my Instagram, which is under the name Psychedelic Dark Moon. I recently posted it was like a video compilation photos of a doll I recently completed. So thank you for joining me, everyone. Once again, brightest blessings to y'all, and I'll see you soon. Might have to do a repeat if you just joined me. Alrighty, bye.